Good morning, student. I hope you are fine in this wonderful morning. So today we will discuss a little about small intestine, which we are studying in last class. So student, in last class we were discussing about digestion in human beings. As I told you, digestion start in mouth with the help of saliva secreted from salivary gland. Thus, digestion of carbohydrates takes place. With the help of esophagus, the food passes from mouth to a stomach. The food passes from mouth to a stomach. And student, as I told you, the stomach is a bag-like structure. The stomach kills the germs in the food and starts digestion of protein. From a stomach, food passes to small intestine, which is a very important part of alimentary canal because digestion of food completes here. Now student, carbohydrate is digested to glucose, protein is digested to amino acid, and fat is digested to fatty acid. Apart from digestion, absorptions as well as assimilations also take place in small intestine. Now, from small intestine, food passes to large intestine. So student, now we will discuss about large intestine. What is large intestine? What is its shape? How much meter its length? So what role it play in digestion? We will see what is large intestine. So student, we will see what is large intestine. Large intestine is a 1.5 meter long tube where undigested food is present, which has been passed from small intestine to large intestine. The main role or function of large intestine is to absorb water and mineral from undigested food and passes to rectum. Now student, we will see what is written on board. The food that is left undigested. I am not talking about digested food. I am talking about the food that is left undigested is passed. The food that is undigested is passed to large intestine from small intestine. Large intestine is a 1.5 meter long tube. Student, you should remember the length of large intestine, that is 1.5 meter long tube. Now student, when the undigested food is passed to large intestine, that the large intestine absorb water and mineral. Large intestine absorb water and mineral from undigested food. The food which is passed from small intestine to large intestine, that is undigested food, absorb water and mineral from undigested food and passes the remaining food to rectum. When the large intestine absorb water and mineral from those undigested food, then it passes those undigested food to rectum. Now student, we will discuss a little bit about rectum. What is rectum? What is given in our book? So student, what is rectum? The rectum convert those undigested food into semi-solid material called feces. That is the role of rectum. Now we will see what is given on board. The rectum stores the undigested food and convert it into semi-solid material called feces. Now here a question arises. Why undigested food is converted into semi-solid material? Question, what is the question? Why undigested food is converted into semi-solid material? The answer is it helps in digestion. It helps in digestion. Why student? If it will be solid material, it will be hard to digest. It will be hard to throughout of our body. So it convert those undigested food into semi-solid material so that it can be easily digested from our body. Now student, we will see what is anus. So what is anus? It is an opening. It is an opening through which feces, that is undigested material from our body. It is an opening through which feces is digested, means through out of our body, excreted from our body. It is an opening through which feces is digested or removed. This process is known as defecation. So student, what is anus? It is an opening through which feces is removed out of our body. That is, this process is known as defecation. Now student, we will discuss the entire process of digestion in human being. So in human being, the digestion starts from mouth. In human being, the digestion starts from mouth. Mouth contains teeth, salivary gland and tongue. So student, teeth helps to chewing of food, grinding of food and mastication of food. Now with the help of salivary gland, saliva juice is secreted and help to digestion of carbohydrate. Now student, tongues helps to mix those saliva with carbohydrate and helps to digestion of food. Now student, when food passes from mouth, to esophagus, and from esophagus the food passes to a stomach. Now student, as I told you, the stomach is a bag-like structure. Where is a stomach situated? Where is a stomach located? The stomach is located beside the abdomen. Now student, in the stomach, it helps to kill the germs which is present on the food, and it also helps to digestion of protein starts in stomach. Now student, in the food passes from stomach to small intestine. Now in the small intestine, digestion, absorption and assimilation take place. The carbohydrate is digested to glucose, the protein is digested to amino acid and the fat is digested to fatty acid. So in the small intestine, the digestion, absorption and assimilation also takes place. Now when the food passes from small intestine to large intestine, the large intestine absorb what happens to it? The small intestine passes the undigested food to large intestine. Now the large intestine absorb water and mineral from those undigested food and passes it to rectum. Now student, rectum convert those undigested food into semi-solid material. Now rectum passes those undigested food to anus. The process of excreting or digesting the undigested food is known as defecation.
फिर तुम वही बोला, कहे ना.
So student, now we are going to start a new topic, that is nutrition in ruminants. So student, before discussing nutrition in ruminants, we will know what are the herbivorous animals. So sheep, goat, cow, buffalo are called herbivorous animals. Those feed on green plants for their survival are called herbivorous animals. So student, herbivorous animals are called ruminants. So question arises over here that why herbivorous animals are called ruminants. Herbivorous animals are called ruminants because they contain symbiotic bacteria in their rumen. That's why the herbivorous animals are called ruminants. Now student, the ruminants or the herbivorous animals has four chamber in their stomach. They are rumen, which is the largest chamber. The second one is reticulum. The third one is omasum, and the fourth one is abomasum. So student, rumen is the largest chamber, whereas omasum is the smallest chamber, and abomasum is true stomach. So we will see about rumen, omasum and abomasum. So student, rumen is the largest chamber. As I told you earlier that rumen is the largest chamber of a stomach, and cellulose is digested here. So student, what we have studied now, that rumen is the largest chamber and cellulose is digested in rumen. Now what's happened? Food passes from rumen to, now food passes from rumen to reticulum. So what happened in rumen? Cellulose is digested. Now it is passed to reticulum. Now in this reticulum, the food is converted to pulpy masses called curd. Student, you might have seen that most of the domestic animals, when they sit and chew, the white material, liquid-like material appears in their mouth. That is called curd. So student, what happens when food passes from rumen to reticulum? So it converted into pulpy masses called curd. This curd return to mouth, and animal chew this curd for a long time, called rumination. Now student, now what's happened? The food goes to omasum. As I told you earlier, the omasum is the smallest chamber. So the food goes to omasum, which is the smallest chamber of the ruminant animal. This was told you earlier that omasum is the smallest chamber. In this, absorption of water takes place. So student, when cellulose is digested, it is transferred to rumen. Now when the cellulose is digested, what happened? In rumen, cellulose is digested. It is passed to reticulum, and in reticulum it converted into pulpy masses, which is called curd. Now when the food passes to omasum, which is the smallest chamber of the ruminant animal, in this absorption of water takes place. Now student, food is passed to abomasum, which is the true stomach, where digestion completes. Now when the digestion completes in abomasum, it is transferred into small intestine, where assimilation, digestion and absorption takes place. When the food is passes from small intestine to large intestine, the large intestine absorb water and mineral from those undigested material and pass it into anus. Now anus convert those undigested food into semi-solid materials, and hence the food is excreted from anus, which is called defecation. So now student, your chapter, that is nutrition in animals, is completed now. You are in condition to solve all those objective type of question which is given in page number 21. Few words question, 1 to 2 sentence question, short answer question and long answer question. So student, in very near future, a unit test is going to organized by your school. So you should focus on all those objective questions, true, false, and fill in the blanks, so that it will be easy to answer and score good marks in your unit test. So student, best of luck for your unit test exam. That's all about nutrition in animals.